Ram, time I tell you.
Start பண்ணல sir.
On time, or which will be better.
எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் நெட் இஷ்யூஸ் இருக்கு, நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க சார்.
Oh, net issues இருக்கா? Okay.
Just a few seconds. A few seconds it will be all right.
Yeah. You can start now. Now, no problem. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Gananaan Sva Ganapati Gumhavamahe Kavim Kavinamupamastravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anastranvannotihittidasadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Bhagvajinivati Dhinama Vitrayavatu Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswatyai Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Now, with Bhagwan's grace, my loving Sai Rams to every one of you, with Swami's grace, I think we're conducting this satsang in English, if I recall correctly. So, continue in English. First, I promised last session, we concluded the Suktham, the 15th verse, and also the Mahalakshmi Gayatri, that I did promise that we will do a summary concluding session today, so we will take that up. The important points only, not every verse. First of all, Sri Suktham. It is just to recap. It is 15 verses, and the Rishigal they are Suta's children, and that is the son of Indra. Their names are Kardama, Chiklitaha, and Anandaha. There is also some reference that Kardama and Chiklita are one and the same, but there are other Puranangas where they say they are two different people, doesn't matter. And Kardama also, some Puranangas say, is the son of Mahalakshmi. And in another Puranam, it also says that she is the son of Bhrigu. Okay? And either way, that the Rishi, Tiklitaha, Kardamaha, and Anandaha, these three Rishis had the darshan of these 15 verses. Now, did they, all of them got the 15 verses? I don't know, but probably not. And whatever darshan they had, their mantra was called mantra drashta is a Rishi. And they experienced it. And that is what we have 15 verses, 15 mantrangal, not even verses is the wrong word. 15 mantrangal are there. And every mantram has got a devadai. And these 15 mantrangal have the devadaigal as Agni as well as Shri Devi as well as Agni. Both are devadaigal, addressed to. Now, we'll come to the Padangal and these two Devadaigal in just a minute. Okay, it's very important to see when we conclude, when you give a summary, when you share a summary of Sri Suktham, it's very important to understand whom we are praying to and what it is we are praying for. Okay, then the beginning meter, grammatical meter is Anushtup Chandaha. Next four is Brigati Chandas, Bhagati meter. Fifth and sixth are Trishtup Chandas. After that, the 8 are Anushtup Chandaha. Then the ending one is Prastara Panthi. Prastara Panthi meter, Chandas. And the objective of the prayer is Sakala Abhishta, all desires to be fulfilled. Okay, that is why Viniyoga, we are sharing this mantrangal with everybody. Viniyoga means to share, to distribute among everyone. So these Rishigal had the darshan of these powerful mantrangal, praying to the mantra devadaigal are really Shri and Agni. Okay, and the meters we talked about. And the objective of the prayer is for the fulfillment, sakala abhishtaha, all desires, fulfillment of all desires, and for everybody, so that it is being distributed, viniyoga, being shared with everyone. Shri Devi, immediately we think only Mahalakshmi and money. That's what comes to people's mind, but that is not what Shri is. And then another layer of relating to Sri Devi is one layer. First layer is wealth, monetary wealth. Okay, always Dhana Lakshmi is what they offer. And Lakshmi itself, summarizing again, is Lakshanam. Lakshmi is somebody who is an indication, a pointer to, and a adayalam of something else. Okay, so, and what is she pointing to, adayalam and characteristic of something else? He points to Agni. Agni is given, understood to be the Parabrahman himself. Vishnu Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana present everywhere. And the Sri Devi is guiding us, is protecting us, taking us along, embracing us to the Parabrahman. That is why she is called Lakshmi. Now, Sri, when the Parabrahman, the Ekam Sat, that one Bhagavan, whatever we call him, it doesn't matter, created the world, separated himself from himself and created the world. There are two important things that accompanied him in that creation. These are the two vehicles, if you would, that we can ride on to go back home. Prishate Lakshmi cha Patnyau. That is the very first one in Purusha Suktham. So, along with that Purusha in creation, there is Shri Devi and there is a Sri Devi. Shri means Vinayam, patience, fortitude, porumai, okay, Yadayam Sangam Sakti, so many words we can relate to that. That is basically Bhu Devi. Okay, Bhu Devi is the example of fortitude, of forbearance, of forgiveness, still nourishing us. So many things. Bhu Devi is not just a globe circling around the earth, sun, please, and it is not the sand that we see outside. It is a Bhu Devi. Bhagavan himself is present at the aspect of Bhagavan or all that we see. Bhu Devi, things like fortitude. Shri means Vinayam, Panivu, Adakkam, Kannadakkam, and then the discipline. All these are included in the Shri. Okay, so that is what the Bhu Devi, we can see Bhu Devi exhibit, manifest all these qualities. So, if I want to go back home to be with Parabrahman, back home where I really, really belong, I must make sure I'm polite and humble. Humility, Vinayam is the first step. Then Shraddha, that comes up as fortitude, forgiveness, and patience, forbearance, and also sharing the bounty that I have, whatever blessings I have from Bhagavan, with others. No questions asked. Okay, so that is as needed. So you can explore yourself, reflect, and see all the characteristics, the qualities that I should emulate. And look at Bhu Devi and what is it that she is teaching me. Now, Bhagavan also has another Patni. Patni means dependent on him, not independent. Bhu Devi is not independent. And the Sri Devi, Sri Chate Lakshmi Patni, now that Lakshmi Devi, Again, we saw the padam meaning, the etymologically, the word lakshya. Lakshya means very important. Lakshyam. Lakshyam is the goal. Lakshanam is the adayalam. Okay? And so these are things that we can easily relate to. And Lakshmana, we covered that. What does Lakshmana was endowed with? The Lakshmi Sampannaha is Lakshmana. That is the kainkaryam of to do service, seva, sacrifice. Those things are indicated by that. Now, Lakshmi also, thing that has been created also has to have resources so that we can live, to sustain you and I and also the animals and all the jantukal. They all have to live. To live, they need nourishment. And they need various other resources. They need health. Okay, they need digestive power. So many things are there in order for us to live. So all those are denoted, indicated by Lakshmi, Sri Devi. So the both are really dependent or part and parcel of Bhagavan. Okay, so one is putting it in a simple way. Bhudevi gives all the resources. Okay, and the Lakshmi Devi points to me the resources have to be used in control manner, disciplined manner, sharing with everybody. Why that sharing is important? Why that sacrifice is important? That's what Lakshmi Devi denotes. Because that is the way to point to Bhagavan. So, very simple. Then, when we say Shri, we should not immediately think only in terms of financial wealth. Please, we need to move away from that misconception. Because the Padam, Shri has got a very, very powerful, the elders have described it in so many ways. Just very, very briefly, they've got many ways of experiencing that Padam Shri. Okay, Suktham means worship, praise. Okay, Shri Suktham. So, one is, you see all means, number one who removes the miseries and suffering of people. Number one. Then all the resources, what we call as Lakshmi Kataksham, that is all dependent on Bhagavan. So what does she do? By these resources, she is taking all the devotees to Bhagavan, to pointing to him. And this is something third thing you and I can use, but normally we all relate to. And Lakshmi is somebody everybody goes after in the world, whether it is Dhanalakshmi of wealth, whether it is children wanting children, or whether it is desiring food, okay, and whether it is education, knowledge that I want, so many ways, or whether it is health. So these are all things all of us automatically go after. We are always going after this Shri Devi. That is another meaning we all can relate to. The only problem with that is, with Shri Devi, the trick is not to go after her. We must conduct ourselves in a way that she comes after us. Please remember that. But this is what we do. That's another meaning of the Padam Shri. Then, of course, she's always, eternally, inseparably, always with Bhagavan, with love. Love, Prema, and Shri Devi are inseparable. Inseparable. Where there is Prema, where there is love, automatically Shri Devi resides there. So if I want Shri Devi to come to me, I must be loving, selflessly loving. Automatically she will come. That is the place of residence. Then many other meanings are there. All the 15 mantrangal, I think I've very briefly given you the introduction. So let me recite the full 15 mantrangal and then give a summary of what they say, what the meaning is, and then with that we can conclude for today. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hiranyavarnam Harini Subhaddarajata Prajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Ma'avaham Tam Ma'avaha Jatavedo Lakshmi Manapagaminim Yasyam Hiranyam Bindeyam Gamasvam Purushanaham Asvapurvam Rathamadhyam Hastinadat Prabodhinim Priyam Devi Mupakhaye Srirma Devi Jushatam Kam Sotpitam Hiranya Prakaram Adram Jwalantim Truptam Tarpayantim Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tam Ihopakhaye Priyam Chandram Prabhasam Yasasad Jwalantim Priyam Loke Devadushtam Udaram Tam Padminimim Sharanamaham Prapadye Lakshmirme Nasyatam Swam Vrune Aditya Varne Tapasodhijato Vanaspatistava Vrikshota Bilvahan Tasya Phalani Tapasanudantu Mayantaraya Chabhasya Alakshmi Upaitumam Devasakat Kirtit Chamanina Sahan Pradurbhutosmi Rashtrasmin Tirthamriddham Dadhatu Me Shruttipatamalam Jeshtham Alakshmim Nasayam Yaham Abhutimasamriddham Cha Sarvan Nirnudave Gruhat Sandhadvaran Duradharsham Nityapushtham Kavishinim Isvarigum Sarvabhutanam Tamiho Pakvaye Priyam Manasakkamamakutin Vachas Satyamahimahi Pashunam Rupavannasya Mayitri Sayatam Yashaham Kardamena Prajabhutam Mayisambhava Kardamam Priyam Vasaya Me Kule Mataram Padmalinim Apakrijantu Snigdhani Tiklita Vasame Gruhe Nita Devi Mataragastriyam Vasaya Me Kule Ardram Pushkarinim Pushtam Pingalam Padmalinim Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Ma'avaham Ardram Yakkarinim Yashtam Suvarnam Hemamalinim Surjam Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Ma'avaham Tam Ma'avaha Jatavedo Lakshmi Manapagaminim Yasyam Hiranyam Prabhutam Gavo Dasyo Svan Vindeyam Purushanaham Om Mahadevyaischa Vidmahe Vishnupatnyaischa Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat. So on a personal basis, we worship this Devi, and what we are asking, Sarva Abhishtada, all desires to be fulfilled. Initially, I start with fulfilling all my worldly desires. Nothing wrong in that. Because Sri Devi will give that. If I want health, money, education, whatever. Now, I start praying for contentment. Perform the tripti, what is the word? 1 second. So halfway. Suktham Sarpayanti, the tripti, that I pray for. What does it mean? I ask for so many things, they all come my way, but they don't give me satisfaction, they don't give me peace of mind. They're always followed by miseries and suffering. Pleasure is very temporary. So then I learn tripti itself. I pray for that from Mahalakshmi, from Sri Devi, because she is the one who is actually embracing me and taking to Bhagavan. Now, once I turn my way that way, okay, Then what happens is, beautifully, they say, come and stay with me forever. Let this contentment, tripti, because the moment it can be very tricky. Today I may be contented. Tomorrow I may be tempted to go after something else. Because Lakshmi by nature is fickle-minded, doesn't stay in one place forever. So I must be careful. So I say, come and stay with me forever. Don't leave me. Then I pray, bring me, take me on the path to receive and obtain moksham itself. That is basically the message. Not only for me. Say then for all my lineage, family. You know, what does it mean? It is not the physical DNA of me, my family, my children, my grandparents, my grandchildren. No, it's not that. My family is all the beings, all the jantukal. Okay? And Vasudevakam, Kutumbakam. Everything is one. That Manapanmai also I pray for. So permanently, basically, starting with fulfilling my desires of the world, which is nothing wrong in that, because we have to get those also. Then realizing how to enjoy the resources of the world, which is to be with contentment. Then whatever Bhagavan gives is prasadam, that contentment comes. Then the tripti, then beyond that, when I go for praying for the welfare, well-being and tripti, contentment for everybody in this world, then I start expanding my heart, which is being more and more selfless. Because I realize that is the way to attain moksham. Then this process is full of potholes, full of distractions. It is like walking on a banana peel, so slippery it is. So I request her, pray to her, please don't leave me. This contentment should always be with me, because contentment is the highest prasadam we can get from Bhagavan to reach him. Contentment comes only when I sacrifice, only when I share things with others. I start acquiring and keeping things only for me. I can never be contented. And that contentment comes only from serving, seva, all around, parasparam. So that should also be permanent. Don't leave me. For not only for me, for everybody. And finally, the moksham itself. That's a very brief summary of the Suktham. So I hope that you're all happy and contented. And any questions or observations, please feel free to speak up. So I'll conclude now with this. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Arihi Om Samasta Lokaha Sukino Bhavantu Samasta Lokaha Sukino Bhavantu Samasta Lokaha Sukino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Arihi Om. Namaskaram. Sri Sai Ram. Anybody wants to share any thoughts or so?
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram, sir.
Guru. Ravi speaking. Ravi Subramanian. Exactly 3 months gone. Just I checked back. We started this Shri Suktham. Guru, you started on 30th April and now it is concluded on 30th July, if I am right. Yeah, exactly 3 months is gone. Every Sunday, some classes I may miss. I would have missed. I think. Generally, என்னோட இது என்ன சொல்ல தமிழ் சொல்லலாம் இல்லையா? Anybody can.
தமிழ் சொல்லுங்க. தமிழ் ஆமா எனக்கும்
ஒன்றும் இல்லை. அது என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னா, எல்லாராலையும் எல்லா விஷயத்தையும் செய்ய முடியாது, எல்லாராலையும் எல்லா விஷயத்தையும் சொல்ல முடியாதுன்னு சொல்லுவா. நீங்க வந்து குருஜி, நீங்க இவ்வளவு பெரிய விஷயம் எங்களுக்கு இம்பார்ட் பண்ணிருக்கு. இந்த நாலேஜ் வந்து எல்லாருக்கும் கிடைக்கணும்னு நினைச்சிருக்கேன். That is your great thing. And commitment and devotion, that is also important to us. That is For that, we are very much grateful. And எதுவுமே சும்மா தெரிஞ்சுக்க கூடாது அப்படின்னா இது ஒரு வித்தை. இதை நீங்க எங்களுக்கு இம்பார்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. குரு காணிக்கா நாங்க என்ன தர போறோம்னு தெரியல. எனிவே
you already given me, which is the opportunity to share this with you. That is the greatest blessing. And so I'm very happy, sir. I'm grateful to you. Very happy. And if it is useful, beneficial, my God, that is the greatest blessing I can have.
Yeah. நான் எல்லாருக்கும் கிடைக்க செஞ்சிருக்கேன். That is a great thing. That is our gratitude. I want to show you all with great gratitude. Thank you, Guru. Thank you. எல்லாருக்கும் thank you.
Namaskar. Very good. And Ramesh ji, if there are no other comments, can we conclude for today? Anybody wants to say anything? No, Ramesh, go ahead. Nobody wants to say anything, then we can conclude today.
Okay, sir. ధన్యవాదాలు సార్. ரொம்ப సంతోషం. జై సార్. జై సార్.
ధన్యవాదాలు. సాయిరామ్.
Namaskar.
Janaki sir, you want to say something? Okay, she's left. Okay, sir. Namaskaram. Close, sir. Jai Sai Ram.
Jai Sai Ram.